Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the first speaker of this con-side, and first I will rebut the first speaker, the idea that the first speaker of the proposition side has made. The first speaker has just said that the government's primary responsibility was to save lives, and it is almost impossible to defeat an organization with weapons. But in this, that there is a wrong thing, and it is that if the government's primary responsibility is to save people, if the terrors occurred, then after terrors occurred, the people who got killed by the terrorists is not safe, and this shows that government's responsibility is not true. And now I will present our team's 3 arguments. First of all, the example of South Africa is an isolated one. In many cases, the political situations in which terrorism takes place is far more complex, and it is far less clear who is in the right and who is in the wrong. And in such cases, the one most important fact is that killing people is immoral, and by accepting violences as a political tool, these groups become no more than murderers and should be treated as such. And second, there are many terrorists who didn't succeed in democratic way, and this turned into violence. And the government says that the groups who use guns and bombs can have more influence in society than those who use peaceful methods. And this is very dangerous precedent to set, because it encourages others to use violence in the belief that it will further the cause. So instead of that, the government should demand that groups abandon violence and cease acts of terrorism before negotiations. And third, the reverse problem is that terrorist organizations have nothing to lose. The threat of violence gives them undue power of the negotiating table, and they can insist on total concessions to all the demands, even if they are undemocratic, and threaten to recommence terrorist activities. But if they are denied, then if they're denied, they will recommence terrorist activities. And for example, in Northern Ireland, Spain and Israel negotiations have hit this same stumbling block, and ceasefires have been broken, and terrorists cannot be trusted.